Hello everybody, nice to be back with you. I'm Deborah, this is BIPOLARLINE Deb. Today I thought I would talk about attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD or ADD, whichever way you want to term it. I've had people ask me, what is that? Not understanding exactly what it is. Now I myself have it, so if you have it, you have my sincere condolences, because it's not fun to live with. It's like having your brain going on speed like that. And at the same time, what can happen is that you don't want to do a task. So let me break it down for you. You want to make something, right? I'll show you something I've made. And this took me about 3 weeks to do. And I'll explain why. So I made this little thing, okay, this tile that my son painted for me, and I stuck it in this little box frame, which I'm going to show you how to do. How do we make inexpensive Christmas presents? But why did it take me so long? Okay, if you have ADD or ADHD, however you want to term it, then your brain is in 100 places at once. It's so difficult to explain it. So, for example, you could be brushing your teeth and then you notice on the shelf in your bathroom that it's not clean. So while you're brushing your teeth, you'll pick up a cloth and start cleaning the shelf at the same time. It's like that. And so when you want to do a task like this one, I eventually slowed it all down, which is what you need to do. And the night before you're going to do something, because we very quick, we get a wonderful idea and wow, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And we boom, boom, but sometimes it doesn't quite work that way, because we get ourselves in such a muddle and we start doing something and then we see something's not right on the table or something's out of place there, and then we'll stop and then go to that particular task. So the night before, what you can do is lay out, this is the only way I managed to do this, lay out exactly what you need in order to accomplish the task. So making this meant, of course, and I broke the glass by mistake there, but making this, sorry about the ring light thingy, meant I had to get a box frame. I'm going to show you how to do that on my next video, because it's a super easy way to make someone a really inexpensive but nice gift. I got a boxed frame, I unwrapped it, I took all the back pieces off, everything was in a line already. I had the paint to paint the back of this board there, blue, and it was all sorted. So when it came to me to sit down and do it, I didn't have to look for anything else. And another thing that is important is to make sure your place, wherever you're working or whatever you're doing, is clutter free. Because clutter, oh man, you know, if someone had to come to my house, they'd think I'm like one of these old ladies that just have lots of cats and nothing better to do with their life. Because clutter is everywhere, and yet my house is clean. So I will move all the clutter, polish, and then leave it, because the thought of actually fixing the clutter, which is not a big deal, is putting things into their drawers. That's all it is, or throwing things away. To me, and you, if you have ADD, that feels like an impossible, overwhelming task. If you just think about it, you want to go lie down and go to bed, because it's not fun. It's not on your radar. So that's the best advice I can give you with ADHD. If you want to know more about it and how it has come about, it's a way of us tuning out, then I can explain that to you. Lastly, I'll just say that children at school, when kids are in school and they don't listen in lessons and they tend to look out the window or they distract other children and so on, they're not necessarily being naughty or disrespectful, because their brains, our brains, decide something is not interesting or it's overwhelming. And then what we do is the ADHD is when we just tune out. So in class, we might find, I can't listen to this teacher anymore, and so I'm going to just doodle on my piece of paper or look out the window or throw something at the person in front of me. And that's how it shows itself. When my son was 8, I had him diagnosed and he has ADHD, and I refused to put him on medication because I felt he was too young. But it has plagued his life. And well, I have it as well. Whether it's genetic or not, I can't go down that road. That's scientists, everyone has a different opinion. All I know what it's like to live with it. It is hell. It's difficult. So if you find that you are struggling to finish your tasks, for some reason you're halfway through something that you were really excited about, and then you lose all interest. You don't want to do it anymore. Or you find that you're brushing your teeth, for example, and you suddenly start cleaning the shelf, and things like that, things that are not really orderly. We don't know how to be orderly, right? And so we tend to just blast through. If you find that that's happening to you all the time and you don't know why. People think you're lazy because you procrastinate. It's not that you're lazy. It's that you just cannot get yourself to do that. It feels overwhelming before you've even begun, very often. It's not that you are unable to do the thing, because if you couldn't do what you wanted to do, you wouldn't want to do it. You'd say, well, I can't do it, right? And there are so many sort of hypotheses. People have so many opinions on what is wrong with you. Maybe you should just say everything. I mean, how do you even answer that question? What is wrong with you? I don't know. Well, then you can go and see a doctor. There are specialists in ADHD who specialize in, what's the word? I don't edit my videos. Who specialize in editing, who specialize in finding whether you have ADHD or not. And I went through a 3-hour test many years ago, and yay. So that happened to me because my brain just goes all over the place. And if yours does, I do understand. And it could be ADHD. Does this mean, I'm not saying it is, I'm saying in my opinion or my feeling, you can always have it checked. And if you do have ADD, then a way to make your life easier is to put things out in their place when you're in the mood. That also sounds mad, because it's like, well, who feels like in the mood? Well, yeah, it's the truth. Sometimes we just can't. Literally can't. Like when we're very depressed and we cannot get into that shower. Not because we're lazy, but because we can't. So try that and see if that helps you with ADHD. And even if you haven't been diagnosed, if you find that a task is just, you've got to think about doing something and it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot do that. I'm not doing that. And now I'm getting into a bad mood because I have to do that. Don't do that. Just wait until you're feeling calm. Tell yourself, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do anything right now. So right now, I'll just wait. When I'm in the mood, I'll go and do it slowly. And then put a timer on. If after 5 minutes you feel you've had enough and you're losing your cool, step back. Leave it and go and breathe, do something else or whatever. Do something that you find joyful. Because I think life is about finding joy. We all struggle with things that we just really don't like or we battle to do. And where's the joy? There's no joy. So it's not that you can always find everything just tickety-boo and joyful, no. But it's a good idea to try. And Do that which brings you some joy, if you can, no matter how small it is. It could be polishing your spoons. I mean, whoever, it doesn't matter. Everything's fine because we're all unique. So remember that. Anyway, if you found this video, sorry, I'm rattling off, you see, ADHD. If you find the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will be back with you probably tomorrow to give you some tips on making inexpensive, not cheap, inexpensive Christmas presents that are fun to do. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. I love you all very much. Ciao.